welcome back to an episode of We Are Not Facing the Camera because moving things around is difficult. And we are going to finally continue the missions. And let's see what the light or whatever this is brings us. Oh. There's a Bifröst. And the camera rotates actually. Oh, neaty. How nice is that? That is absolutely great.
The forces of chaos are on the move again. The Arks once saved the world from the demons. We need them again. Try opening the Tome of Prophecy. It will show you the path of your destiny.
And there she goes. Approach the Tomb of Prophecy and press G to interact with it. Or you can just click on it, like that. Oh, wait. I wanted to try something. I think it was Control. Was it? Ha 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 ha! That's cool. Look at the cursor. Look at it change. That's amazing. So you can hold down Control and you can move the scroll wheel up and down. There's a green one, there's a black one, there's a normal one, a blue one, and a yellow one, and a big one. I think we're gonna go with... I mean, green might be very difficult to look at. Let's go for something that is more... Well... I mean, the contrast of this dark one is also pretty okay. The thing is, you have to look at it, and the more decor is on your cursor, the better. And this one right here has the most decor. There's this little gem on top of that. So there's even more detail on there. Like this one you can not see when it's like watery. This one is like swampy stuff. Pink, of course, is pink. And we have green, which can't be seen on grass, and black, which can't be seen in shadowy areas. Then you have this. Why aren't the other ones just like that? Whatever. Let's see. View the prophecy. Choose your advanced class. Wait. Already? I mean, it didn't even level up. Okay. That's interesting. So, sharpshooters use bows and arrows as their weapons. Nope. Deadeyes switch between 3 types of firearms. Oh, it also displays the weapons. This is the bow, but there are no arrows. They're magical. And in this case, it's a small gun, it's a medium gun, and it's a large gun. They just changed the scale slider a little bit. Right. And artillerists use heavy launchers as their weapon. We are, of course, going for the artillerist because these are the ones with the flamethrowers. They're amazing. Oh, okay, so you don't immediately get this stuff. I actually thought that there was a choosing option at level 10 and not a... You can do this from the get-go already. But this makes it easier because now you can choose it from the start. Okay, I don't know. If this is better or not. Whatever. Defeating enemies fills the firepower meter, and press Y to switch to barrage mode and devastate the forward area. What about this one? Press Y and X to switch stances between handgun, shotgun, and rifle. Actually, you need a third button for that. I would say that switching not to the left and to the right, but rather switching to the specific weapon would be much better. So in this case, Y, X, and C. For other layouts, it's probably Z instead of Y, but still much better. Okay, mobility. Attacking fills the Hawk meter. Press Y to summon Silver Hawk. This is basically the same thing as that one here. Defeating enemies fills the... Wait a minute. Attacking fills the Hawk meter. So this one doesn't need dead enemies. This one does. Defeating enemies fills the firepower meter. Like, if you defeat an enemy, then you don't need the firepower. This is much more combat related. This one is attack and AoE, large AoE, and this is attack and mobility. Very neat. The preview over here is basically the one that we saw at the beginning. Pretty cool. And there's also the class tester. So, yeah, why don't we just test this class and see what's going on? It's a bit too upbeat, but alright. Come on! I didn't really look at it. Right, firepower meter. Successful skill hits fill the firepower meter. Increases firepower meter. No, increased firepower meter increases your damage to foes by 10% at level 1, and 20 at level 2, and 30 at level 3. There are 3 stages, yeah, and they are somewhat not at the same split, but right. Once you fill up the firepower meter to full, you can activate barrage mode by pressing Y, regardless of the firepower meter level at that moment. Once you fill up, kinda sounds as if it needs to be full. No, wait a minute. Up. Once you fill up the firepower meter to full, you can activate barrage mode by pressing Y regardless of the firepower meter level at the moment. So you can basically store this up over the course of combat, and then you can unload that stuff. Interesting. Very interesting. Can I, like, summon a monster, summon a boss, try another class? Whoa! Alright, so in this case we have enhanced shells. Pretty cool. Wait a minute. Yeah. That's a nice one. Okay, come on. 2 times the same shell. Freeze shell. Fire large caliber shell. Yes. Fires massive bullet that deals damage. Inflicts 100 water damage and causing foe movement speed to go down. Okay, so this one is a damage bullet. And this one is a slow bullet. Then we have a Gatling gun that does... Nice. So you do this for how many seconds? 3 seconds? Spin towards the target location. Wait a minute. Can I also move while doing so? That would be cool. Because I don't know how strafing would work in here, though. No, you can't move. Okay. So either you're locked there, or you have to deactivate that skill for a moment. Barrage mode. Once the firepower meter is full, the barrage mode will turn red. While the switch is red, press Y to go into barrage mode. It's not ready yet. I mean, it's blinking, but isn't the whole idea of this thing to be red and not to blink all the time? Because you can kind of misunderstand that. It would be better if either there's no light if there's no barrage mode, or if there's a different light if there's no barrage mode. But not a blinking red light. It's kind of weird. Like, if you look at this just slowly, you see red. You press on the... You look back at the combat. And then you press the button and nothing happens for some reason. Anyway. Fires a cone shade blast with a shotty. Bam. Right. And then, of course, we have the howitzer. Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh, you have to double press. How do I cancel attacks, though? That's weird. Is there a attack cancel button? Because I cannot use right click, which is usually the attack button. And I cannot press the same hotkey twice in order to activate that. So I always have to wait, which may be a bit dangerous if there are an awful lot of enemies and I just stay there. That's not cool. So skills. Skills. So and so much. Item, basic controls, interact, change. Oh, change HUD. Yes, B. Special skill, Y and X. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. So I only have Y skills and no others. Interesting. Vacant spill. Attack with right click, sure. Huh. That is strange. Damn it, I forgot the UI. How do you change the UI again? B. There we go. B for UI makes absolute sense. It does not do anything. At least now. So we got the howitzer, which is pretty cool. So you can do this. Oh, you can... The move button makes it go away. Right-clicking probably does that. Yeah. Either right-clicking or clicking at the ability a second time does that. So there's also yes, napalm shot. Detonate napalm shells and launching foes into the air for 502 damage. The napalm shell sets the ground ablaze on impact, inflicting 66 fire damage over the course of 5 seconds. Weak point level 1, some stagger, some frontal attack, counter, yes. What does counter mean? Just saying, cooldown 18 seconds. Right, yes. Just like that. I thought it was like shooting things. Yeah, that definitely does detonate an apple drill. Then we have multiple rocket launchers. Okay, that just go the direction you are facing at the moment. Then we have F, the flamethrower. Yes, there we go. Now we're talking. But what about this one? Five missiles in random directions to inflict up to... How random are those random directions, though? So, wait a minute. I'm looking over here. The mouse is over there. And if I press S, what happens? It goes towards the mouse cursor, which is okay. That's what we need. So if I click on this over here... Okay, so the randomness in here just means that it is spread out a little bit. But it still goes in the direction where you have the mouse cursor. Even if the character is looking to the left, the mouse cursor directs the attack. So, the flamethrower, holding fire your flamethrower in a single direction while moving freely. The flamethrower lasts for up to 4 seconds, inflicting a total of a lot of damage. Ooh. Wait, what? Do I have to hold it? I can strafe now. Perfect. That's awesome. Okay, wait, what? Something, cooldown, whatever. What happens if I only use it for a little bit? Does it have shorter cooldowns? Can I cut it down? That would be neat. MP consumption a little too high. Nothing here, nothing there, nothing there. So, let's see. Let's just hold it down and deactivate that. And it goes to the maximum cooldown. So, if... this is why there's a arrow downwards. The downwards arrow means you have to hold down the button. Okay. But it's an absolutely nice skill. Right, let's summon some monsters to test things out. Whoa. Firepower meter fills up when you hit a foe with your skill. Skill damage increases in each of the 3 firepower meters. Click to close. Yeah. Press Y when your firepower meter becomes full. Yes. Is it full? No. Right. Takes a little bit of time though. Right. When your firepower meter becomes full and switch to... Yeah, I know, but it's not full. Must be full. Like, don't tell me it has to be full and like... what is this? Damage to foes plus 20%. Ah! That one. We are in the second stage of it, so let's go for R. Ooh, nice. Press Y. We are still not full yet. I mean... Nice. Are we full now? Yes. Now this is blink. There we go. That's a blaze. So we're looking for a very, very bright-ish kind of flash thing. Bombardment. How does that work? Okay. So we basically turn into a turret for a moment. Then we can do... this stuff. Very interesting. And what about E? Nice. Also has a very, very nice sound to it. To be honest, this is what was in this coffer. What was it? That's basically the weapon from Dante. The missile launcher coffer. That thing was amazing. Really love that. But it looks as if it does not matter. So you can get into the barrage mode. Interesting. But wait a minute. Let's summon a boss real quick. Let's see what happens. Oh wait. I want to zoom out a bit more. That was not intended. A very stationary character though. Ah, this goes on cooldown. What? Oh. Okay. Ooh. Am I dead? The spacebar while down to use a stand-up action to swiftly get up again. I noticed that. Okay. How much more health does this... Okay. Even the normal attack is pretty decent. Oh, I'm invincible. Alright, that makes sense. But how do I kill this one now? Needy. Okay. We are not using up barrage mode. Wait a minute. Firepower level 37 seconds? 5 seconds? Let's see what happens if this one hits 0. Do we get out of barrage mode? Maybe. It goes down. Okay, so the firepower goes down, but we are still in barrage mode. Ah, there's actually... See that? There's a thing on the ground where we stand on. But there's no mechanism that holds up the guns. Just weird. Kind of feels as if we are on a turret, but we are not. We just have slightly larger guns. Right. Let's try another class, though. Just for comparison reasons. Let's go for the Deadeye. Oh, really? So, press Y and X to switch stances. And... Oh, no! Come on! This animation is horrible. Once it starts moving, you have no idea what's going on, right? It just goes... It turns into mud for a moment. I mean, it's okay if the things flip to the left and to the right or whatever, but it's not okay if the whole thing is moving, right? Because it does a 180-degree turn. Actually, it does a 360, right? And because it does a 360 turn, it makes us... Come on! Why can't you just move the icons to the left? Or maybe move the glowing thingy? Actually, it would... Yeah, that would be much better. I mean, the idea is to kind of have it like a revolver or something. So in this case, you see the little sparks on the left side or the right side, depending on where it's going to. Makes sense. But the fact that it does a 360 on the icons doesn't. I mean, there are no 6 icons in here, right? There are only 3. So the better way would be to have fixed locations for those types of weapons and then make the glow on them even more eye-catching, let's say, so that you can see what kind of weapon you have even from the corner of your eye. So you see not just a little bit of yellowish glow, you see like a large yellow glow. That would make things better. Or you see like a bluish glow, or you see a purple glow. And depending on the glow, you know exactly, okay, I have this gun selected at the moment. Right now, I don't know what I have selected. And in the heat of the battle, I have absolutely no clue what's going on. And the fact that it switches the weapons, it does not go to a specific weapon, makes it even more difficult to get muscle memory going. So it's a relative change and not an absolute change. Anyhow, let's see. We have, of course, the spiral gun thruster thingy, some grannies that we can use. So this guy is more mobile. Press the button at the right time to make combos. Right, and I mean, in this case, it's not really a combo. Is there something like a combo in here? Frontal damage and counterattack. Dash. Rapid fire your handgun. Inflict up to so much damage. Keeps pushed foes airborne. Rapid fire your handgun 8 times. This is more like... Wait, what? Dash 5 meters forward. Deliver an upper kick that inflicts damage. And perform a frontal attack and counter attack. Rapid fire. That's weird. So do I... Oh, so you basically have to button mash the whole thing. Okay. So depending on how often you press that button, there's other stuff happening. So there's a handgun. These are just the stances. Well, so what is that one doing? An energy ball. Pretty neat. Fires a plasma bullet that travels at low speed while continuously inflicting damage. So this one goes like forward, a little bit back. Much more responsive actually. And of course we have a nice AoE. Ooh, that's pretty neat. Volley of bullets in the air that does damage. When it comes to damage, it's kind of the same. That one is cool. Wait a minute. Equilibrium, of course. Fires your handgun across the broad area. Yeah. Half circle, really? Oh, that is such a cool skill. Like, you can use this one, and then maybe, like, another movement thing. Ooh, that's cool. That is so neat. So, anyway, equilibrium. We're looking left, and we do this to the right. Awesome. So, what about F? F, of course, always-ish the holding button. Fires a volley of bullets over so many seconds to attack all nearby foes. Really? I'm not looking at the combat, I'm looking at the bloody thing. Anyway. Over 9 hits. Hit the perfect zone to throw a grenade as you jump backwards, inflicting damage and launching foes into the air. What happens if I don't hit the perfect zone? So I hold it, I hold it, I hold it, and I end it. So there's no backflip, no nothing. And if you hold it for far too long, then nothing is going. So you just need to get the timing right, and the perfect zone is not moving, which is perfect. So let's summon up a few enemies. I do want to attack with left click for some reason. That's weird. Whoa, there's more. Nice one. Much more responsive. Oh, this thing is still not dead. Right. There's some boss monsters. What about the next one? This one only has 4 abilities for some reason. Oh! Okay, that makes things a bit more bit easier to differentiate. So you have like left and right handed thingies, and then you have like a top row and a bottom row, so that you know exactly what you have selected. Different colors, different rows. Alright. So what do we have here? This shotty. Fires a shotgun two times. Oh, I think I know what this is. When there is a arrow to the right, it means that you can press it multiple times, and then you can get a combo out of it. It also says combo, so there's a normal, holding. So this little icon tells you that you can press this twice. In this case, the combo doesn't matter how you press that, as long as you button mash the whole thing. Fire 3 bullets in a cone. Right. What's so special about the shotty, though? I mean... Oh, now I get it. You can skip cooldowns with it. Sweet. Fire your shotgun 3 times. Yes. Needy. Inflicting so much damage, pushing foes far back with last shot. Nearby foes receive twice the damage. And then we can, of course, have this thing. The Shotty Dominator. followed by a finishing shot that knocks down your foes. Wait a minute. K was the abilities. Can't open that mode at the moment. So, let's get more monsters and try to shoot them with some shotties for now. Right. Wait a minute. They keep on coming up. And then, of course, we have this thing. Oh, hey. Right. What is this? Rifle stand. Rifle stand is useful in attacking and delivering finishing blows to foes at longer distances. Then, somewhere you can only hover over the thing that you have selected. Anyway, we've got that one. Then S does also do something. Very interesting. Throws a claymore at the target location, detonating and fires explosive bullets with D. Okay, so you can do this 3 times, I think. Yeah, 3 times in a row. Chain. Ah. Fast 4 rounds and what? What's interesting? Fire damage. That is already awesome. Right. Fire powerful flame bullet launching first into the air, first into the to the ground players and so on and so on. Great. And yeah. The whole idea of this is to skip cooldowns. Or to go from like hand combat, high mobile kind of thing into more AoE kind of stands. And maybe some finishers in here. And then that's pretty much it. But yeah, I think what you do is you have 2 stances that are hopefully close together that you switch between, because the third one may not be necessary. Right. Let's see. Let's try another class. Sharpshooter, use bow and stuff like that. Of course, we have the hawk mode. Okay. Pretty neat. What does the hawk mode do? Summons a Silverhawk that periodically attacks nearby foes. Powerful special skills can be used by Silverhawk as summoned. Move speed goes up by 4% to all party members in a 24-meter radius. Which, I don't even know what the 24 meters is, but that means we have to stand close to each other, which defeats the whole purpose of having a diverse group. Aim your bow and shoot 3 arrows in an... That's extremely quick. Also makes a strange sound. Oh! It goes in the same direction all the time. Interesting. Aim your bow and shoot a charge shot. An explosive arrow that inflicts damage on hit, then explodes after 2 seconds, knocking foes back. The Send a Tornado arrow. What does it do? Periodically inflicting damage to foes. The tornado arrow can hit the same for up to 4 times. Probably also pushing them back. But do you need to push them back as well? Or does the whole thing push the enemies with it? Shooting multiple arrows. From the sky. Causing a shower of arrows at the target location to inflict damage again. Right. Then we have move 8 meters forward, inflicting some damage. But there's more dagger things, right? Moving slash. Blade storm. This is the only thing that has something to do with a knife, mostly. Quickly spin and throw blades. Oh. So the top stuff is arrows, and the bottom ones, at least those 2, maybe even more, are... well, blades, dagger attacks. Send a tornado arrow... No, that's the wrong one. Damage 6 times, then throw another round of blades to inflict 100% over 3 more times. Right. What about this one? Set up a mine at the target location and retreat. Need goes forward. It's not a mine, it's a claymore. The charge shot. Charge to inflict a different amount of damage depending on the charge stage. Low, medium, or 3 times as much. Right. Damage when overcharged. Foes will be knocked away at 1 or higher charge stage. Interesting. So let's hold this down. Wait a minute. So charge to inflict damage depending on the charge stage. So 458 damage before being fully charged, 610 damage at stage 1, and 1500 when overcharged. But what is overcharged? Is it the third stage, or because it... And 1, 2... Ah, okay. It goes 1, 2, and then it automatically lets go. So... we know. It would be nice, though, if it's not the same casting bar going up. Either like 2 of them, the first one being full and the second one being full, or the thing changing color, or something else. Maybe a circle that goes 360 or something like that. Just something. Whatever. Let's try this on some enemies. Oh yeah, press Y. Wait a minute. How do I get into hawk mode? It just happens. Wait a minute. So as long as I fight them, meaning I need to be in combat. Fighting them means attacking. Running away is not fighting. I think we can discern as match. Alright, there we go. Hawk mode is glowing. We can start that. Now we can do 2 things. The whole thing decreases slowly. Right. Silverhawk liquefies in a circle. Need. The target inflicting damage. Then we have Silverhawk towards the target location. That's more like an... Whoa, that thing is gone immediately. Very interesting. Needy. So, creating explosion that inflicts damage, Silverhawk disappears afterwards. Yeah. Very neat. Come on. My treasure. So, was this one? No. Oh. That was quicker than expected. But I'm still going for the Artillerist because that one was the one. End test. Actually, no. Let's not end the test. Let's try this maybe again on the boss dude. Just don't know how to move again after you've done this special attack. No, no, oh, bollocks. Nice. Oh, back attacks do little damage. Ah. Yeah. Nice. The fact that the beam is just so AoE heavy, I think I'm gonna go for that one. But there's no, see that? There's no ground plate this time. Very neat. Anyway, let's end the test now. So was it more a wait a minute. Okay, maybe. So was this more a choosing, or was this more a foreshadowing thing? Because it could be understood as both. Very interesting. Anyway. let's say that we are going to cut the episode right here because it kind of feels nice to cut it now. So, until next time then, like and subscribe as usual immediately like that. Like, come on, perfect, perfect, perfect. I definitely need another emote. Ta-ta.